So we should be live now. Pop this back up so I can monitor. Oh, what? Oh wow, thank you too for telling me that it's live. There's Lynn. He's not going to be joining, he wants to play a Korean MMA right now.
A Korean what?
A Korean MMO.
MMO?
Yep. I don't know which one, but I saw at least one waifu.
Alright.
So, we got that. Alright, so. Okay, now I can see on that. Oh. Here, just dodge stars like this. Yeah. Alright. So, we got Thaddeus today, we got Keith, and we got myself. So yeah, we're going to be doing basically Clay-O-Rama, but with drawings instead of clay figures. I mean, it's really the easiest way to describe it. We're going to have to do a lot of home brewing throughout the creation process, but yeah. We have blank sheets of paper for each person's character to be drawn on. I'm going to say health is determined by how much paper we remove from the thing. I guess. I don't know. Does that sound like a solid rule?
Well, how is health determined in Clay-O-Rama?
It's normally determined by how much body, or how much of the clay you start with is used for missiles versus how much is used for your character. So like you'd get 2 tubs, and if you used 50% of the 2 tubs worth as missiles and 50% as yourself, you get 25 health, or you get 25 health on one. So
basically, you want to use as much paper as you can.
Yeah. Alright. So, I guess we can do character creation until, I don't know, 3:15ish. Does that sound like a time?
What time is it right now?
It is about 3:06.
Oh, okay.
So it gives us about 9 to 10 minutes.
Alright, can I get a pencil?
Yes. Right here.
It's like, Noki, you have to draw with your mind.
Alright, my character is Shockboy. He's just a giant piece of shock.
He's... Alright, I feel like that's the boulder of Drawn-O-Rama. That's just the boulder.
It's just the boulder.
The boulder. The bold. Alright, I'm gonna
100%.
steal this can of cash and use as a prop for camera. So you can see the creation process a bit better. There we are. And I think we might as well just use scissors as a potential, like, special move thing.
Found a really old map of the college.
Interesting. How are you talking?
It has like Montgomery with like a big giant tent in the back of it.
Huh.
That's like an extended field.
Oh yeah, because it was the field around Montgomery area.
Yeah. That's not what I was looking for. much more time do we have? Because I've only barely finished
It is 3:11, so we have approximately 4 to 5 minutes. If we need more time, we can take a little more and go to like 3:20.
I would like more time.
I'm almost done.
Hmm?
I'm almost done.
I'm out of lead.
Oh no.
Well, then you can't draw anymore. That's it. You ran out of lead.
Do I have another pencil? I think so. Sorry, do you have pencils in your bag?
Mm-hmm.
Where are they at?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your pencil case?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Alright, I'll find a pencil. Oh, I found the pencil case. That was easier than I expected. These are also nice. Where'd you get these nice ones? Huh? Alright, here you go. A less nice pencil. There's a lot of really nice colored pencils in here. Can't steal these. Alright. It is 3:15. Oh, Gwen has joined. She says hello. Hello.
Don't. I've used my pencil again.
I have no clue what this thing is, but I'm making it.
That's good.
the normal way. Shading and stuff. We at least seem to have time to go over and redefine my lines. Okay. I don't know what I've done. Alright. Okay, finishing touches, Thaddeus.
Mm-hmm.
Just the end times. So I'm trying to think of how we can use these scrap pieces to do something to balance the HP system.
So make it a sort of use it for like attack or something.
I was thinking about potentially using it, like using the amount you have off to potentially either increase movement or increase.
It would have to be in some way to
attacks.
to improve your offensive ability in order to balance out the HP mechanic. Otherwise, like, you would just draw the biggest thing you possibly could.
True.
there's no benefit to having the scrap.
I'm gonna say. Let's see, how much do I have removed here? I have the majority of it here.
Yeah, a little more than half.
So maybe what, like 2/3, and this is like 1/3? Or is this higher than that?
You can just estimate.
I'm gonna estimate this at like.
Because like you can say whatever it is, honestly it is.
That's true, honestly.
Because like you could have just redrawn it smaller if you wanted it to be smaller.
That's true. I'm not gonna say 30 HP.
Alright.
That's a big boy. I'm gonna just. I got a chonker. We got a sword boy, Podimans.
A what?
And this sword boy Podimans.
Podimans?
Podimans, yeah.
What's a Podimans?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
It's off-brand Pokemon.
Off-brand Pokemon.
Podimans.
Alright, it's called Aegislash. I'll have you know.
For legal reasons, it is off-brand. No, I'm kidding.
Wait,
Yeah, it can still be an Aegislash.
yeah.
We won't tell the copyright police.
The copyright.
I don't even know what I'm doing to
Alright.
copyrighted boots.
I'm gonna say this guy's got what? Does 2 movement sound right?
He has 2 legs.
He does have 2 legs,
Mine has 2 arms.
but can he move with them?
Well, the idea is it just floats. It's like, ooh.
Ooh. Does it count? Does a floating character only get 1 movement? That's the one thing Clay-O-Rama never made clear.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hmm.
I know in the one game we did with Troy, he was a worm, so we allowed him. He could dig underground,
Okay.
quote unquote, and then he could appear somewhere else on the board, but it would take basically 2 turns to do it.
Okay.
Hmm.
I mean,
And, like-
Aegislash does have Shadow Sneak as like its main quick attack tool.
Yeah.
So
It has Shadow Sneak.
that could be like
Yeah,
a
Aegislash isn't a
movement
very
special
fast
thing.
Pokemon, so
You could do maybe 1 movement with Shadow Sneak as a
Yeah.
special power that's an attack that allows you to move further distances. I don't know what this is. A Sock Snake Jim, by the way. That's his name.
Sock Snake Jim.
Sock Snake Jim.
Yeah.
He's a little sock snake, but he's also a little
What's
man
your
named
guy-
Jim.
What's your guy name?
What
I'm
is
gonna name him Jim.
Jim?
Sock Snake Jim and Aegislash?
Wait, is your how do you spell your Jim?
Jim.
I'm gonna name him.
JYM.
Yeah.
The stupidest spelling possible.
This is Ajim Slash.
No! Oh my god. Agent Slash.
He is a Jim who slash.
Oh my god.
Alright, so I was thinking we could basically take the Pope from Clay-O-Rama, which
I named him Giam. Jim.
GM.
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 Alright.
Right.
Say your name.
So I was thinking the poke is an easy one to translate over to this. I think you just stab with a pencil or something. Rip limbs off. Could potentially be done. If someone wanted to do something with scissors, that's an option as long as they don't throw them at someone.
Yeah, I was gonna do something with scissors.
Yeah, I was gonna throw some scissors.
His name.
I
was
am
gonna,
a sword.
I was gonna make his sword a slash.
That's true. You
So
two
it
would
should
make
be-
sense to have.
It would just be
scissors
a simple slash across the paper.
Do you have an exact name?
What do you
thing. I
got?
don't.
Damn it.
If we had an X-Acto knife, that would make way more sense for Aegislash. Just like,
So I have 2 arms, but I think I have 3 different attacks. So like I
are
have
your
two,
ears an attack?
No, I have. This is an attack. That's an attack, and then I have the sword. But I would only get 2 attacks, but I get to choose between the 3.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say, I'm like, I could see 2 attacks per turn.
But I get to choose out of the 3.
I guess they do have number of attacks per round, and then the options to put the limbs in.
Yeah.
So, like, I see nothing wrong with that. Oh, hello there, Rogue Samurai, welcome.
So yeah.
Welcome back.
So like, I haven't played Clay-O-Rama.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what are the
So, dice are a thing, I'm just remembering now.
Whoopsie.
Okay, Keith, you're right next to my bag. Somewhere in the pocket on the side, I see it. I have my dice bag.
There you go.
Jam.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's see. Because we're going to need D6s. So I'm going to take out all my D6s.
It's just 6.
Goodbye. That's the void hole.
Paper shredder.
Oh no. You know, just a paper shredder as like a
that's
an obstacle in the map.
No, that's just my monster. It's just a paper shredder.
That is. I feel like that's cheating at that point.
Is it?
To make your
My
his special
shred.
attack. If he gets to hit, he just throws you in the paper shredder.
I get to throw a character in a paper shredder. What? That's fair.
Ah. Is that an orange D10? Orange D10, why did you betray me?
Are there
All
any
my other
defensive
dice
attacks? Like defensive moves?
You can potentially make a special power that's defensive. I don't see an issue with that. Because we're having to homebrew most of the special powers anyways.
Yeah. I would like a defensive move since I have a shield.
So I think I'm gonna do a slash
You're gonna do a slash.
and an eraser move.
Oh yeah, erasers are the other option that we had potential for. So basically what we're doing is we're doing Clay-O-Rama, which is a tabletop game where you make, you know, soldiers out of clay, or Play-Doh, or whatever you have that's moldable, and you take that and you make a monster or a person or something and you fight with them. But we're doing it with drawings this time, and so that's what these drawings are. This is Sock Snake Jim, that's Jim,
GM.
Jam, and that's Ajum Slash. Alright. So the battle.
So we're not doing any missiles.
I'm going to do. So
are we still gonna be doing like movement and stuff?
I think movement might as well be like the. I don't know if we should do it this way.
Because I was wondering,
I feel like it's on a.
should we assume they are standing up and this is just them like this?
Like their feet are where they stand.
Yeah, that's what I was wondering.
Yeah, I was gonna say like put their feet as like this is the point that they're at, or like the closest thing they have to feet, like
Because
the
then
tip
you
of the
could-
sword or something, and then like anything with that this paper can touch is one movement maybe, or is one hit. I don't know. This is an ill thought out homebrew.
What if we had like figurines or something to represent them? Like we just had like some.
See, I should have brought my minifigures after all.
Or like we had like some chess pieces or some like sorry pieces or whatever, and like we moved those around.
That could actually potentially work a bit easier. So, I mean, we could also use packaging tape as jam.
Amazing.
Cappy has coins for that. Alright. Cappy is Sock Snake Jim.
Done it.
Do you want Zelda to be Aegislash?
Sure. Sounds good.
I've done this.
Perfect. See, it's Zelda.
It's Zelda.
Zelda's Master Sword, exactly.
Zelda has the Master Sword.
Mm-hmm.
Sock Snake Jim is well represented by a hat.
Mm-hmm.
My guy's just himself.
And he's just got tape to hold him up. Alright. So... it's a good way to represent them. And then we'll just do damage to these.
Yeah.
When we actually do attacks. So we each get 2 special powers. Those are basically, I guess, our strong attacks, so to speak. Like, the poke is if you hit someone with a physical attack, you poke a clay figure with your finger. Select Extreme is going to have Fang Strike, which is basically that, except he only has one fang. So you just
I'm
stab
using
a
slash and
character.
eradicate.
Okay.
We're using like a poke with like the iron head, and then I don't know. I feel like I need some special ones. Though.
You could do. I mean, Thaddeus had a slashy one. You could potentially use a shadow sneak one. That's like you can roll when you move to like move more distance, and you could make the distance like half of a d6 rounded up in movement points.
Right. Well, I would think
Or
like,
something.
maybe like a defensive or offensive.
Yeah, you could also do something defensive where it's like if someone attacks you, you can
Counter
roll to basically use your shield and shield thing.
Alright.
Actually, I like that.
So it would just be like, if you make an attack, I can roll to block some of the damage.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe like as like a once per round thing specifically. Where it's like someone's like, oh, I'm going to use my special move slash, and you're gonna be like, I roll for shield, and it's nope. Or even like negates some damage or all. I don't know.
So, how much are we doing for body points now?
I settled on mine as just 30. I don't know.
Well, my guy is quite a bit
He's
larger.
pretty big. He's a hefty boy.
So would he be a 50 then?
He could be a 50, reasonably. I'd say so.
What about yours then? Is yours about the same size as mine?
Well, mine has like...
He's a similar size, but he also has a shield.
So mine is 80.
He is a little bit smaller. Because
Actually, you could make that the mechanic for the shield, is
The
that it
shield.
has its own hit points,
It's just...
and you could like block with it.
Or I can take damage to the shield.
Yeah,
instead
you
of
can.
me.
Yeah, you can roll to take damage to your shield.
Oh, okay.
And like, oh, you roll a 4 or higher, you can block with the shield. And
How much health does the shield have?
I'd say you could give like the shield like maybe 20 for your body at like 50 or something. Or if you wanted your body to be like 40, you could give it like 30.
I'd do 40 on the body and 30 on the shield.
Okay, that works. I'm going to do. I need a second special thing for this boy. It's gonna be Meep.
Meat morts.
His second special power is Meep. The body, like Sonic Snake Jim's mouth just goes Meep, and then I don't know.
That's it.
It just goes Meep.
There you go. You have to roll to make sure it works though. So you might say morp or something.
roll to Meep. If he meeps successfully,
Then
the
he says
other
meep.
character.
Then he says meep. And then if he doesn't meep successfully, he says something else.
If he
That's it.
he can choose to meep at any point.
Exactly.
He can choose to meep whenever he wants. If he successfully meeps, he heals 1 hit point.
Cool.
If he fails to meep, he does nothing and goes morp.
It's morp.
Alright.
So for
I don't know.
rolling a hit and dice damage, I want my rounded gauntlet to be easier to hit but do less damage. My spike gauntlet to be a little bit harder to hit but do more damage, and then my sword to be the hardest to hit but do the most damage. But I need to know the standard for.
Okay, so I'd say, I think, what's the standard hit rate? This is something we actually will need to see. It's over here, I think. So yeah, standard hit rates Game Master Suite. Here we are. So, roll to hit is on at a standard of 8 on 2d6, and then base limb damage is 1d6 of damage. So I'd say you could do 2d6 for the spikes, like in damage with a. You said you wanted to be harder to hit with?
Yeah, so I want my rounded gauntlet to be easier to hit with because
Okay.
it's not as hard to aim it. It's just kind of like knuckles.
I'd say the round one can be 1d6 damage with like a standard 8 or higher to hurt with, and then the spikes could be 9 or higher.
Okay. And then I'll make the sword a roll to hit of 10, but with like 3d6.
That worked for me. So yeah, so basically the system is you look at like reasonable things you could attack with.
His body is a sword.
Yeah, his whole body is a sword. So like
roll to throw yourself.
So like you could be like sword has a hit of. I mean, if it's your whole body, I'd say your sword could do pretty high odds to hit. So maybe like a 7. Like rolling 7 to hit 2d6 worth of damage. And then your hilt, I would say maybe like 1d6 damage, roll 8 or higher.
Okay, sorry, what were you saying?
So this here is the number you have to roll to hit. So I'd say for the hilt itself, maybe like 8 or higher or 9 or higher to hit. And then 1d6 damage because it's just the hilt.
Wait, I have to roll an 8 or higher to get 1d6 damage?
Yeah.
Yeah. The standard is 8 or higher for 1d6.
Okay.
On 2 dice.
That's why some of these games go on for forever.
Yeah, I would prefer not to have this game go on forever.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Your sword could potentially be like roll 7 for 2d6.
Yeah.
Damage.
But that's like, why would I ever use my hilt then?
Well, you get as many, like you can use, I'd say, like probably 3 attacks per turn.
Yes. Yeah,
so you'd be able to roll for your hilt, roll for your sword, and roll for like slapping them with your shield.
Okay, so are these just
like these are like
have like would I have any like special attacks or is that just the
basically
Special attacks or something separate.
For offensive special attacks.
These are your standard attacks, and then you can also choose to use a special attack in place of one of these attacks.
Okay.
But the special attacks you don't get to use as often is kind of the idea.
So like for instance, I'd say with Jam, his power or his attacks, he gets 2 per turn. But he has 3 options. If you were to potentially like cut off his round hand, he would lose that hand forever, but could potentially still, I guess, keep 2 attacks until he loses his other hand. But like, what I'm trying to think of. So like, I'd say Aegislash would be able to hit with the hilt, hit with this sword, and hit with the shield. So I'd say there'd be 3 attacks per turn. So like if you're in range of someone, you can be like, oh, I'm gonna roll to hit with the hilt, and you might have like no special powers on your hilt. But it's like, okay, I'm gonna roll to hit with the blade hits, I'm going to choose to use like a slash move. And then as long as your shield has its health up, you could say like, oh, I'm gonna hit someone with my shield. You know, all in one turn.
Alright.
So like, Sock Snake Boy, he'd have a bite, and he'd have like 2 attacks. He'd have a bite and like a scratch. What would the odds of each of these be? A bite and a scratch. A bite from this head.
I like that. The head would be more likely to hit than
Can this paper fit behind the eyes?
No. He fell over very fast. I was thinking maybe like a 7 for the head to hit with.
Why is that?
Wait,
because he's a sock snake.
why is yours a 7 to hit with? Well,
Because the head would be the easier one to hit with. So I was thinking either a 7 or an 8 for the head.
and then how much damage would it do?
Probably 1d6. It is a sock puppet.
But then why is yours an 8 and then why is mine an 8 for 1d6 and yours a 7 for 1d6?
True.
See.
I'm just gonna say he's an 8. 8 for 1d6. I mean, that's the standard is 8 for 1. And then the scratch, I'd say, is a higher roll to hit with, and still 1d6. So I'm gonna say what, like a 9 to hit with the hands.
Sure. I don't know.
I'll go.
This is really
Actually,
weird.
should I?
Poorly made.
He does have 2 hands. Should I give? Yeah, it's not made to be balanced. It's made to be weird and ridiculous. I'm gonna say because he has 2 hands. You could be like, bah, bah, and have 2 scratches. So he'll have 2 scratch. I'll scratch L and scratch R. That are both roll a 9 for 1d6. No missiles. Alright, I think. Yeah. I think that's good. More Fang Strike, Bite Scratch, L, Scratch R. Sock Snake Jim is ready.
Okay. Let's go.
Is Jam ready?
Yeah.
I feel like Jam's gonna win. At the very least, I think Sock Snake Jim's not ready to win. He's a sock puppet on a pizza slice, pretty much. A pizza slice with a dolphin mouth. Alright.
Who's going first?
So I think the highest... Alright, yeah, let's just roll a dice and see. What? You want my fancy one?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. I'll just take these ones.
6.
Alright, you rolled a 6. I rolled a 1.
I rolled 6, 79. Oh, God dang it.
I rolled a 3!
Oh, I was hoping for the trifecta.
Alright, so I think it's safe to say Thaddeus goes first, then me. So we're going counterclockwise.
So are we doing it like a normal span then?
Yeah,
Because I have 2 movement then.
I guess.
Okay. I'm gonna go over here then.
Jeez.
Yeah, spans are so broken. It's just a hand's length like this.
That's a single distance.
That's a single distance. It's a game.
So you just want to have big hands?
So we
So
have,
you can move farther?
yeah, really, honestly, big hands move furthest in this game. Alright. So GM, are you gonna do anything?
Can I attack him from here?
Nope.
I mean, is he within a span? Because that is your attack range.
Alright.
Alright,
And
well,
so begins the stupidity.
I'm gonna use my sword. So I need to roll on. Wait, I need to roll. Yeah, I need to roll 10.
There you go.
I did not.
His sword missed.
It's okay, I have my second attack. That hits.
What is it?
Which one are you using?
My sword, so.
What? You can't use the sword twice.
I have 2 attacks.
What? You get one sword hit. You gotta pick a fist.
What?
Pick a
But I
fist.
missed with the sword, so it doesn't.
That still counts as you having chosen to use your sword.
So you're saying I can't go like this and then like that with a sword?
But
Yes.
you can go like this and then like that?
Yes.
His name is Why did we agree to play this game?
Mike, I think, it originated the idea for Drawn-O-Rama.
Yeah.
Oh man.
And then he put you in his place.
And then slept through everything. I was like, okay, cool. If Mike doesn't want to hang out with his friends, I guess I will. But but now
I'm
I see
using
why.
my sword again.
He was probably like, my idea was a foolish mistake.
Yeah, he like had a dream about how terrible this is gonna go. He was like, fuck this.
Goodbye.
Look, I'm using my sword again.
Fine. You can choose to use your sword.
Just do it. Do it, that is.
Because you use your sword twice.
You miss.
What? No, that I already got the hit. Now I'm rolling for damage.
Okay,
That's true.
how much damage did you roll?
4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay, I'm gonna block with my shield.
Alright,
Like-
so I'd say to do that, roll. We did not decide how much to roll to block. Roll 2d6 if you get.
higher than.
Oh no, I think it was 1d6. If you roll 4 or higher, it's blocked.
What?
So 50-50 chance.
No, it's not. Or 4 or higher.
Yeah, 4 or higher
good.
to
Well,
block.
I can't I just roll 2 and if it's.
I mean,
whatever.
you
Yeah,
could roll
whatever.
2, and if it's a 6 or higher.
Sure, yeah, I'll go with
Yeah,
that.
roll 2, and if it's. Wait, no, roll 2. Wait a second,
But
my
if it's
math.
7 or higher. Yeah, no, sure, fine.
Yeah.
7 or higher. That's
7 or higher on 2.
That's still better than 50% chance.
Look, I don't care. Let's go.
I don't care, that works for me. The top 50% of numbers.
Worst comes to worst, I just have to kill your shield first.
That's a block.
Yep.
Shield takes 7 damage.
Woo.
Can I just point out your shield has as much health as Sock Snake Jim?
Yeah, it does. I don't care.
Sock Snake Jim and your shield. Also, I'm gonna make the statement: if Fang Strike, if you like hold up your thing and I stab at it and it hits the shield, it's just gonna automatically damage the shield instead of you.
Sure.
That's
I don't care. That's fine.
That's how it works. All right. So, I'm gonna say that, yeah, it's your turn to do the things.
Me?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm gonna
So-
attack that is.
That's me.
And I'm gonna go start off with a sword attack. Be like, pow! And that's I'm gonna roll for that. And I miss. And then I'm gonna use my hilt to stab you in the eye. And that's gonna miss. And then I'm gonna use my shield to bash you in the face. And I, no, that
that
one
hit. That hits.
That does 4 damage. In your face.
Yeah.
This is dumb.
This is so stupid.
Why did Mike think this would be a good idea?
I was like, 'cause
I wanna-
it's a lot less balanced when you don't have a limited resource. You can
Yeah.
really draw as many limbs as you want.
You literally could. I
You
should have
could
just
just-
made Tangrowth and just been like, yeah, so I have like 50 attacks.
Yeah, I get 10 whips per
I get
turn,
10
and my 2 arm whips, which are more damage and easier to hit with.
Yeah.
Also, I have 50 health because I'm a big boy.
Right, yeah, because I take up the entire paper. And I get 50
So this is
attacks.
why I wanted to do it with like minifigures.
Yeah, minifigures I feel would be easier to balance. I also have a minifigure game that I had alphaed a little bit of. Alright, well I gotta get close to the action, I guess. So I'm gonna scoot. I get 2 movements. So I'm gonna hop to here, and now I'm here. And I'm gonna attack Thaddeus because he's in range.
Why do we even have movement? There's no ranged attacks. What? Like now that we're all together, what is the purpose of running away?
I mean, if you run away, they can't hurt you.
But you can't hurt them either.
This is just a really complicated rock paper scissors.
It really is.
This is just literally. This is just going to devolve into.
It's a
I
Pokemon battle.
missed.
It's a 3-way Pokemon
Up, I
battle
missed
at this
again.
point with everything being
I
thunder.
blocked with my shield.
Alright.
Sorry, Thaddeus, you can't kill me. Oh, you killed my shield. You could have killed Jordan in the same amount of time.
Alright. I'm going to attack Thaddeus. I'm gonna try to bite him.
Alright.
So I gotta roll an 8.
I'm gonna challenge your
I
questions.
can't bite.
Oh, can't bite, because
Alright.
that's.
I missed. my sock snake missed. I'm going to try to scratch him now. I have to roll a 9. Nope.
You roll a 9 to scratch?
That's what he told himself. It's the worst character. Alright, gotta scratch again. Roll a 9.
Okay, can I
No.
literally describe every single, like, my strategy for every single move going on and just leave? Because I could do that. Like, there's no point in me sitting here. 'Cause I literally know what my strategy is going to be for every single possible scenario. Is block with my shield. Once my shield runs out, stop blocking with my shield, obviously. And then just
program
do
Keith
hilt,
AI.
sword, shield. And that's
The
it. That's
Keith AI
every single
is
turn.
made.
And I'm going to aim at Thaddeus first and then aim for Jordan because your character sucks.
He really does. But he can heal sometimes if he meeps.
If he meeps, yeah, sure, I don't care.
But he has a 50% chance to meep.
And how much health do you heal?
1.
Your character sucks, so I'm just gonna aim for Thaddeus. And then that's my entire strategy for the rest
But
of the game.
I can run away to meep more.
I don't care.
He can't meep past his max HP, so I'm not gonna meep this turn.
So yeah, I don't care. I'm not even gonna try to attack you.
So I'm... Yeah, that's my turn. Sock Snake Jim is done.
Alright, well, I think I described my entire strategy at this point, Thaddeus. So now you're the only person with agency.
Hello.
And by agency, you mean the same strategy you have but aimed at you?
Basically, right? Am I wrong?
Here, I'll do something interesting.
Okay.
Alright? I'm gonna make a slash attack.
You have to still hit with your sword first.
Yeah,
Okay.
you have to hit with
You
your
Okay.
gotta roll 10 anyways.
Alright.
That's a 10.
Well, you can
Okay.
slash.
Alright, well, roll your damage.
No, the slash is
Yeah, the
literally
slash
just-
will determine the damage.
Can I just... What?
Yeah.
How does that work?
We look at it and go, oh, that looks like about this much damage roughly.
That's literally
I
how
mean,
it works in Clay-O-Rama as
yeah,
well.
Just cut my
The
character.
Clay-O-Rama,
I don't care.
I will say,
I
Clay-O-Rama,
wanna stop playing this game.
It does usually give you a d6 total in damage. So it's like, oh, that looks good.
Alright, so you missed. Good job.
You did
Nothing.
this. I can see it on the back better than I can see it on the front.
Wow. So let's
Yeah,
say 1 HP.
He hit your fingy. He hit your fingy
Ow.
and scratched it. He didn't cut it.
I gave you a paper cut.
With a
I'm not
sword.
even gonna bother blocking that with my sword.
Why would you even have used your slash?
Oh my God.
Your slash was useless. Can you say the slash should just be
Just a single
yeah.
I don't know.
Because that it did not do much.
What if I use this as my slash? Just scrape that across it.
That would.
But that's not what your
wouldn't do
sword's like.
anything.
And that still wouldn't do much.
Yeah.
We're not made of tape, we're made of paper.
Alright, cool. This is a great idea. Brought to you by
Alright.
Mike Eldman.
Yes, brought to you
Literal
by
chair.
the chair. He's right here with us right now.
Oh my
In his
God.
chair form.
Mhm.
I still have a second attack, don't I?
Yes, you do.
Yeah, I'm just gonna try and do the spike gauntlet, I guess. Nope. Your turn, Keith.
My turn. Alright, so let's see if you guys can guess what my strategy is gonna be. It's gonna be hilt. Let's do this. Oh, it's a miss. Here comes the sword.
You know what we should just turn this into? We
Oh,
should just turn
it's
this
another
into,
miss.
we
Here's
just
the
make
shield.
a warlight map.
Oh, here's an attack. Alright,
What?
now for my damage. Oh, it does 3.
Alright, that is, you take 3 damage.
Cool. Your turn, Jordan.
What a good turn. So original, so unique. Alright, I'm gonna try to bite. Oh, I actually bite! I'm gonna Fang Strike! I'm gonna Fang Strike Thaddeus.
Alright, cool.
Alright, well...
Too bad you don't have a shield.
Can I block with my sword?
Nope.
Alright,
Too late.
Thaddeus, can you hold the paper like this?
Alright, just punch through it with your fist. All the way.
Ouchie.
That hurts.
He has a singular fang hole.
I say that's
In his armpit.
How much health you got? 43? I say it's about 40 damage. What do you think, Jordan? Would
I'd
you...
say about 46.
Okay, so even that out. Let's say like, you know, what? What's 46 plus 40? That's 80.
I could say 12 damage.
That's 43 damage.
43 damage. Alright, so now you say 12. What's 12 plus 43? Divided by 2.
That's 55.
Alright, so, you know.
Divide by 2, that's what, 23 and a half?
Yeah, 23 and a half damage. You take 23 and a half damage.
He's actually doing it.
Yeah! Look, we just average all of our estimates together.
There we go.
That's a real
You got the
GM.
20 health.
See? This is a great game, guys.
Thanks, Mike.
I'm so sorry, Thaddeus. Oh shit.
I don't
I
care.
don't care either. Alright, Thaddeus.
Alright.
Is it my turn?
Oh no,
No,
George,
it's still
you
my turn. I can
you can
scratch still. Or
flail
me.
your tiny arms and try to deal a pitiful amount of damage.
Now, what you should do is you should meep at me to repair the hole.
I can't repair your hole. I can only meep my
Yeah, that did
holes.
25 damage, Thaddeus. You can't heal that with me.
It's going to only do 1. And I can, remember, I can meep on anyone's turn. That's the other thing about it.
Wow. You just meep every turn.
So I could technically meep 3 times per round.
But you're already at full health because no one's bothering attacking you.
I can do it with my arm. 1d6 damage. 5 damage.
Oh boy.
I'm
You
gonna
got
do it to
50 health
Thaddeus.
there, Thaddeus. Oh man, I could kill you in one turn if I'm obscenely lucky.
And I don't hit the second arm.
Alright, awesome. Now,
So you just...
Well, I'm gonna just, turn that way to attack him.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Change of events, I know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna...
Do we get
How dare
back
you-
attack bonuses?
Huh?
Do we get back attack bonuses? Like if I attack Thaddeus from behind.
You know what? Sure.
I have missed both times.
Alright, and now it's my turn. So I'm gonna use Shadow Sneak to get behind Thaddeus.
Oh shit.
Oh, potions. Oh no, right, because we use the figurines. So,
Yeah.
Zelda's
behind. I can see
Mm-hmm.
Link's head straight through the thing.
It's perfect.
Let me see if I can line it up.
There it is.
There we go.
Alright, it's getting ready.
This is my view.
Alright, and now he's gonna use the hilt. Oh wait, I get sneak attack, so it's more likely to hit, let's say.
It's from behind, so let's double the odds of it hitting.
So, okay, let's just...
Or half the little count you have to hit.
Okay, so I have to get a 4 better?
Yep.
Alright, so that hits. So that's, what, 1d6 damage? You take 1 damage. So I use the sword, so I gotta get like 3.5 or better, so better than 3.
Mm-hmm.
And I did. So now I roll 2d6 of damage. You take 9 damage. And now I smash you with, how much health you got left?
5.
5 health? Okay, now I'm gonna smash you with my shield. And that's, it's gotta get better than 4. I do. And then I'm gonna roll 1d6 damage. You take 1 health. 1 damage. So you have 4 health left.
What a round.
Alright, it's
so
just like, I don't care.
I'm gonna sneak a little bit closer here, just to be in the middle. You know what? Because Sonic Snake Jim, he just wants to be with well,
I drew a pretty
he just wants to be right here.
Mm-hmm.
And he's gonna look at Thaddeus, and he's gonna go to bite.
And deal massive amounts of damage.
He don't bite.
You don't.
He
Alright.
don't. So he's gonna go scratch.
Mm-hmm.
He don't. He gonna scratch again. He do.
Mm.
And we're gonna roll for 1d6 of damage. 3 damage.
What the hell?
Oh man, you're at critical health, man. What you gonna do?
Una.
So you're gonna unlock your...
Una. Oh no, he's almost won.
Now he's unlocked his secret ability, which is self-destruct. And it kills everyone!
Rogue Samurai says your creature looks so scared. He really does. I mean, he took 20-some damage with 1 stab to his armpit from a sock
dealt
snake.
20 damage.
A sock snake dealt 20-some damage.
Right, yeah.
Because
We all agreed that is.
Alright, so it's Thaddeus' turn.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you gonna do?
I'm gonna fall over on one of you.
Is that really your... Is that a special move he is?
No.
It's not.
Well, no, I could be. I have not used Erasicate.
How do you erasicate?
I don't know.
Do you even have a eraser?
An eraser.
I have an eraser. Alright, I'm gonna erase my eyeball so I can't see.
Yeah, there you go.
And I won't be able to. It won't be as accurate. Take like -1 to my accuracy
Mhm.
because I'm blind.
Yep.
But if I'm behind you, I get
I-
twice as much.
Yep.
That makes sense.
As long as you think you're behind them and you wildly flail, you might win.
Yep.
Do I need to roll to Erasicate?
Maybe like your gauntlet thing.
I think you
The
have to
rounded
roll.
gauntlet?
Yeah,
I'd say
rounded gauntlet.
roll a 20 or higher with 3D.
What?
3d6.
Well, 20 or higher on 1d6.
Yeah. Yeah. Just hit with the gauntlet.
Oh,
too.
there you go.
There you go. You did
Or are
it.
you gonna erase? Are you gonna erase?
I'm gonna erase you since you seem to have more health.
Alright, but I blocked my shield, so.
Do you want a better eraser than that? You can use this.
Go for it. Oh. Oh no. You smudged my shield.
You left some eraser dust on him. Okay, well when you get the dust out of there, he kind of looks like he cut you in half a little bit, almost. Your arm's okay.
Can I see most
The-
of the damage?
You just take a look. I'd say that's what, half a point damage?
Half a point? I'd say that's like
I'd say that's
5 damage, but to my shield.
Yeah, I'd say like 5 damage shield, 2 damage body.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, let's go with that. 5 damage shield. 2
I
damage.
say after taking 20 damage.
Yeah, no, it wasn't Rogue Samurai who says you're 6 scared. It's Gwen.
Mhm.
It was Gwen who said you're 6 scared.
Gwen's a rogue samurai?
No, the Rogue Samurai was above Gwen. I'm sorry, Gwen.
Alright,
You have an
Cool.
identity thief on your hands.
awesome. So, is that your turn, Daddy?
I guess I still have another attack though.
Yeah.
You
go for
you
it.
could run away.
Yeah, and then he'll just teleport behind me.
Yeah, he's trying to keep me out of ability. And then made it overpowered.
Shadow Sneak is good.
It's a good move.
It's a good move. It's fine.
I'm just gonna try attacking with my sword again. Oh, I did that.
Oh, snap.
I know I can attack potions.
Are you gonna use your slash?
No, I'm just gonna do 3d6 because that seems to have worked better.
Because it's more objective than you, dumb butts.
At least I know I'll do carry.
Look, it does -1 damage, Thaddeus. As you get healed by that.
Gwen says, "Who be stealing my identity?"
I've done 11 damage to you.
Oh no. Wait, I'm gonna block the shield. Yeah, what, 4 about it? No, I have to.
You have to roll
2d6.
7 or
7 or
higher.
better.
Yeah.
Yep. I block with my shield. So, how much was that?
11.
11. So now I'm down to 8. Yeah, 7 HP in my shield. Alright. So far I've taken 3 damage to my actual person.
Which had what? How much health?
It's 40.
40. I still have more health than when you started with.
Hey, I haven't been hurt though. Nobody's hurt me.
Alright, now I'm just gonna like assassinate you at this point. So,
Thaddeus, you should have run.
you should
I mean, there's always a chance he misses with every single attack.
No, there's not.
No, he's behind you. There's almost no chance. We
Should've
made the
rolled
rolls
yeah.
so stupid on purpose.
Alright, anywho, I'm gonna, so what, roll health, and you need to get 4 better. I do, so now how much, I just need to roll at least 1, so let's see if that happens. Okay, you're dead.
Alright, so Keith, you get to do whatever you want to him as your victory death rain thing.
Alright,
And-
I'm gonna be nice, and I'm not gonna destroy it, but I am gonna cover it up. That's what happens when you get hit with Shadow Sneak. You get crumpled up into a ball, it's real bad.
Yep, that sounds right.
Alright, and now, it's still my turn. Can I just Shadow Sneak behind you and kill you?
You can shadow sneak behind me, and like I
And
said, it's
try
gonna
to
match.
kill
You
you.
can try to kill me.
Alright, I still have 2 attacks though. Right? Right?
You
attacks.
used 1 attack, right?
Yeah, so I have 2 attacks left.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Alright, I'm gonna go for my sword attack now, so I just need to get better than a 3. Or better than 4, actually. Damn it, so I miss with this. Now you need to go better with the shield. Yeah.
Okay, so you hit with a shield. That's what, 1d6 damage?
Yep. What, take 6 damage.
Alright, so I'm gonna meep right now.
Alright, go for it. You have to get what or better?
4 or higher.
4 or higher.
Easy.
To me.
I don't.
You don't?
I morp. I'm sorry.
Okay.
So now it's my turn.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn around.
Oh, it's a good idea.
Actually, I'm not gonna turn around because I'm going to go behind you.
Go for it. Try me.
So now I need to roll a 4 or higher to
It's
bite.
not like on the table.
Whoever gets to the end first wins.
Can I just Thanos snap you?
I get to bite. I'm going to use my Fang Strike, sort of.
To avoid my shield. My shield only has 7 HP to begin with.
Alright, hold him up. It's
okay.
Fang Strike time.
Alright, go for it.
That did not
There's
puncture. I'm gonna say 1 damage to the shield because I'm still like done.
Alright, 1 damage to the shield. 6 stuff on my shield. Alright, that's
Curse your abnormally shaped page that twists and bends.
All according to plan.
all according to Keikaku.
Yep.
Alright, so now I'm going to roll to scratch.
Uh-huh.
I need to roll a 5 or higher, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It hits.
Mm-hmm.
I roll for damage. 3 damage.
Alright, I'm gonna block with my shield. 5, 6, 7. So I block. That is 3. I have 3 damage left on my shield.
Alright, I'm going to try to scratch again.
Mm-hmm.
I scratched successfully.
Mm-hmm.
Man, both of those would have actually hit if it wasn't behind you.
Yeah!
Which is, see, the scratches aren't horrible. 4 damage.
I'm gonna try to block with my shield. And oh, I fail. So
You fail, so I hit the body.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Thaddeus, for aiming it more at the action.
The quote-unquote action.
The leapfrog game.
Alright, my turn.
Alright, first I'm gonna meep.
Alright, meep again, go for it.
I fail, I'm more.
Fail, you morph. Okay. I'm gonna use Shadow Sneak to get behind you again.
Wow! You need to shadow sneak for that. This is so sinister.
Can we just pretend like we're gonna Shadow Sneak every turn? Okay, anywho. I still think I have the better odds to kill you.
You probably do.
I really do.
Watch me somehow come out with a win through all of this.
Alright, so I need a 4 better. With the hilts? No, I don't. I missed the hilt.
Oh,
Better
no.
than a 4 to hit with the sword.
Sock Snake Jim. Sock Snake Jim. Sock Snake Jim.
5, okay. So
You get to hit with the shield again.
That does 1d6 of damage. That's 3. You take 3 health.
Alright, I'm gonna meep. So, now I meep. I meep!
Finally,
Meep!
So you heal
I'm now
1
at
health.
22.
Wow, that is riveting gameplay. Okay? Just
Alright.
slowly
Alright,
running behind
Now-
each other and stabbing each other slowly.
I've hopped
Until we
behind
die.
you. I've hopped behind you. This is just like Dragon Ball when they like teleport behind each other.
But it's just them teleporting behind each other over and over again.
And then trying to hit each other and not
And then
usually
missing.
doing it.
Somehow.
It's so
He's like,
funny.
what?
Alright. So I'm now behind you, and now I'm gonna try to bite. That's a success. I'm going to Fang Strike again.
Alright, go for it.
Damn it!
That's 1 health.
I left a line.
That's 1 health, right?
That was 1 health, and there's a line on you.
Is that on my shield or?
It's through your shield.
It hit here and then slid down.
So
I'm gonna say that's not on the shield, but it did touch the shield. But like,
let's just say 1 health to me.
1 health to you. Okay. That
Alright.
works.
Whatever.
That works for me.
I really don't care.
I hate how yours is shaped. I literally cannot stab through you.
Still have 2 health than you did when you started, but whatever.
Alright, now I'm going to try to scratch.
Alright, go for it.
That's a successful scratch. No, it went off the table.
Roll again, yeah.
3 damage to the scratch.
I'll take it.
Alright. So what are you at now?
29.
Alright, well, I'm trying. Scratch again. Nope.
Miss.
Missed.
Alright, my turn?
Yep,
Oh,
your turn.
Are you gonna meet?
Oh yeah, I should meet. Thank
Sure.
you. I should meet. That's some more. No. Alright. So.
We should just have a sound effect play every time. Just be like, alright.
Alright. So
now-
this is getting sinister. We're getting close to the edge, and I think the last person who can have the edge is Socksnake Jim. But then again, you could just turn around.
Actually, I'm moved back there. I still.
Oh,
within-
dang.
Fuck you, Jordan.
You're right.
I'm still within a unit of you, a span of you, so you're dead.
Or am I dead? Is that the rule?
Well,
If
you
within
can't
a
get
span-
behind me.
If you're within a span of me, I die.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say right there. You can't get behind me now. Back myself up against the cliff and just start stabbing you in the butt.
Well, try your butt stab.
So hilts, you get 4 better. I do take 6 damage.
That's a spicy meatball.
Yeah. Now I've gotta get 5 or better. I do.
Oh no.
Take 2d6 damage. You take 8.
Oh no.
How much health you got left?
8.
Nice.
You can't kill me this turn.
Can't kill you this turn, but
Maybe my meeps will save me.
you heal what? 2 HP maximum?
For a turn. Because Thaddeus is dead.
Because Thaddeus is dead.
I can't get 3. I'm
Alright.
still here.
Yep, this is great. This is some good gameplay. And then I'm just gonna hit you with my shield for I gotta get 5 or better. I do, and then I roll 1d6, take 3 damage.
Alright, so I'm at 5 health. I'm gonna meep.
Better.
I meep.
You meet. You
Okay, I'm at 6 health. Alright, I'm gonna... That...
What? You're gonna try and capture me? What kind of bullshit is this?
Last ditch effort. Imagination.
So Socksnake Jim is trying to consume your soul.
Okay, what does that do?
There we go. No, now he's behind you.
Sure. Sure. Go for it.
He's behind you technically.
Sure.
Most of his body.
Let's just say he like fucking jumps up behind my back and just grabbing onto my back and is now going to try and kill me. Alright.
If you
Go
fall
for
over
it.
backwards while dying, I die too.
Alright, cool.
Alright. So now that I'm behind you, I'm gonna try to bite. As a successful bite, I'm going to do a Fang Strike.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
Dang it!
You're really bad at this, Jordan.
I hit the shield.
Hit the shield too. Alright, so I have 2 health on my shield. I still have my shield. It's nearly out of the game. My shield doesn't even heal, man.
Okay. So now I'm gonna try to scratch you. That's a successful scratch. So let's roll for damage. 1.
I'll take it. I'm not going to bother blocking.
You're
that
so
with
close to
shield.
dying now.
Why not?
Look at me go. I'm gonna win.
Oh my god. Alright, roll again.
That's a successful scratch.
2.
2.
I'll take it.
Come on, Socksnake Jim. This is basically what's happening right now. That's what's happening.
Can I just throw you to the ground or something, or what?
No.
No,
You could
just
shadow-
no.
You could shadow sneak.
But then I'll
And
fall off.
You could leave me behind. And shadow sneak to anywhere on the table.
Sure, I'll just shadow chic over here, in front of you this time. 'Cause
Dun dun dun.
Whatever, I don't care. I
Oh,
can still
no.
kill you.
Now it's like this.
Don't do that. It's more like that, maybe.
I guess.
Whatever.
It's like a really bad Pokemon battle.
Some really bad Pokemon battle. Let's do this. All right, I'm gonna go with the hill. Is gonna roll an 8 or better.
I have sent you some maps.
I see these maps. Are they edible?
They could be used as references for creating a Warzone map.
That doesn't sound like
8.
edible.
Gotta roll 1d6. Do 3 damage. Jordan, you take 3 damage.
Oh, no. Oh, I forgot to meep.
Too
Damn.
bad. You forgot to meep.
I forgot to meep on my
Alright,
turn.
now I'm gonna roll sword.
No.
See, like, at least with the minifigure ones, you can, like, create terrain and stuff and still have to move and things.
Alright, I'm gonna meep before my turn starts real quick. Oh, dang it.
Alright.
More.
Alright, go for it, Jordan. Alright, there we go.
Riveting gameplay.
The most exciting gameplay I've ever seen. Really, this is
Alright.
truly wonderful. We should thank Mike
We should thank
for
Mike.
this
We should.
gem of an idea.
You know what's
Mike-
even better?
Let's bow to him.
Mike left the group because we were all hanging out last night. He left at like 1 in the morning.
Mhm.
Me and Gwen stayed till 4:30 in the morning.
And he's still.
And I
made
still
it.
showed up and Mike didn't.
Yeah,
That's because it's Mike. He sleeps.
because he stayed up till like 3 o'clock in the morning watching anime.
I still stayed up.
Oh yeah,
till
my bite was
4:30.
successful, so I'm going to try to Fang Strike.
All right, go for it. Let's see how this works.
Dang it!
Wow.
Was that still the shield again somehow?
Let me see.
Are you aiming for the shield?
No, I feel like it was somewhere over here.
Alright, let's just say that does 1 HP damage.
I shouldn't be using it this way, should I?
No, you really should just be rolling.
That's what I was doing. That's why I was like, you know, at this point I'm just gonna roll. At least I know I'll do damage.
Alright.
Alright.
Oh,
no.
there it goes.
Alright. I can't believe I did that. Alright. You still got 2 other attacks.
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna scratch. Scratch is successful.
Oh, wow. Go for it.
3 damage.
Alright, I'm gonna block that with my shield. No, well, it's only 3.
You might as well.
No, I'll save my shield for later. I'll take the 3. I'm down 22 HP.
Look at that! I'm winning!
No, you're not. Distinctly not.
Alright. That one's not successful.
Alright, cool.
I'm gonna meep.
Go for it.
It's not successful. I'm more.
Why did you make meeping possible to fail? You could have just been like, I heal 1 HP, no matter what. And people have been like, yeah, sure, go for that, Jordan.
Balanced.
That would make it slightly more balanced. Alright, I'm gonna Shadow Sneak, because I can.
No! Ah, I should sit on the corner!
You should have. You should have done the thing where you go back on my head again.
Oh, you're right.
But anywho, I'm gonna kill you now.
Anyway.
Anyway, it's time for you to die. Can I meep now? I'm
No.
gonna meep now.
Go for it. Sure. Go for it.
Oh, I
Oh,
meeped!
you did a successful meep. You're up to
100 health.
No.
So better.
Yeah.
Past-
4 HP.
Past turn, whatever this count last turn was, past that turn, I get 100 health.
Alright, you deal 5 damage. You dead.
I have -1 health.
Yes, you're dead.
I'm negative dead. I'm undead.
Alright, so meep, and then you'll be dead.
Alright, I'm gonna meep. I'm warp. I'm still dead. I'm
Alright.
still undead.
Are we still gonna keep doing this now? Alright, I Shadow Sneak. Come at me.
I'm gonna meep. I fail. I'm gonna meep.
Go for it.
I die.
I died. There we go. Good job. Game over.
Now you get to decide what happens to this.
Dumb game.
It just slash wins.
Come out relatively unscathed. I still have my shield. And, like, you kind of scratched my finger there, Thaddeus.
I did do that. That one time.
That one time. Good times. Good times, guys. Good times were had by all.
I wanted to use minifigures and make a map.
Yeah,
See,
nice.
Cause like I have a big thing of like, you know, like
Mhm.
toy soldier stuff, like fantasy-esque ones, and
Mhm.
like have like a whole bunch of terrain pieces.
Mhm.
I feel like that would have been a lot more interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, I realized, like, I went to sleep around the same
Drawn-O-Rama.
time Mike did, and, like,
You're awake.
I woke up to get lunch.
Yeah.
And, like, I talked with people at lunch, and I came back, he's still asleep. He's probably still asleep right now.
No, he did message me a couple times, but I think he's asleep.
No,
probably
he's
by now.
asleep. He messages people in his sleep. It's real dumb.
Really?
Like, yeah, he'll, like, wake up and be like, shut up, and then go back to sleep.
Because he messaged me that you'd be coming over.
Yeah, and then he went back to sleep.
It says he's active now. He might be awake.
Well, call him.
He's watching stream right
He's
now.
probably just watching anime at this point. Either that or he's asleep.
He saw my message, "Oi, you up at 2:25."
Yeah. And then he went back to sleep.
I'm sending the message, "Hoy." Alright, well.
Like, he's probably, like, he's maybe awake, but, like, he's just lying in bed.
Mm-hmm. Can I just say, that match took over an hour.
I don't like it.
That match started at, like, 3:20. It is 4:23.
No, it's not.
That's a lie, Star, and you know it. I sent Hoy. Mike has not seen Hoy.
Yes. So,
But that doesn't mean that he's not watching anime somewhere. Instead of being
that's why
awake.
you gotta call him and be like, yo, Mike, settle a bet. Are you asleep or not?
But if I call him, he's gonna wake up.
Yeah, but he'll just go back to sleep afterwards.
What does that do for the bet then?
It proves that I'm right and that he was asleep.
Mm.
Even though I don't really do bets, but whatever. Alright.
Well, that was a game.
Let's not do this again.
Let's not Drawn-O-Rama again. Can I also just put out, I came up with a much better name for it
Mm-hmm.
after I made the thumbnail and went, I don't think this game is going to warrant a better name than Drawn-O-Rama.
What was your better name?
Sketch-O-Rama. It's a little bit better than Drawn-O-Rama.
A little bit better.
A little bit better.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, like, maybe you could fix this game if you added ranged attacks.
Yeah, it's just,
And just
it's like,
brought in more mechanics from Clay-O-Rama and fleshed it out some more. Because, like, right now it's literally just, like...
yeah, it's like, how do you limit someone? Like, do you give them, like, you have $1 store markers worth of marker, go.
You have a limited amount of lead in your pencil.
You get one tip of a broken pencil. Right.
Mm-hmm.
Alright,
Get
well,
some chalk.
Sonic Snake Jim died.
Oh man, you could play this game on a chalkboard.
Honestly, on a chalkboard it would probably be more fun.
You're right, and it'd be like, pew, 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 pew. Or on a whiteboard maybe.
So, thanks for watching. If you somehow found this gameplay riveting, leave a like.
Don't.
Oh,
If you can think of a better way, a way to improve this game, I'd be glad to hear it.
yeah,
'cause
drop
honestly-
improvements in the comments. I
Oh,
want
yeah.
every improvement you can think of in there.
Yeah.
Like, give us 100 comments of improvements, and we will find a way to implement them
Right.
and
And
make a better
We'll
game.
make our own. We'll like publish it, and like avoid all copyright.
Yeah, we're gonna
infringement,
get
but
rid of the O-Rama, and it's gonna be like Drawn-O-Obama.
Right, Drawn-O-Rama.
Drawn-O-Obama.
Right. We'll make a box for it. It'll have like a nice fancy printed rule set.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it'll have like dedication to Mike the Chair for the original idea.
It's going to have an origami chair kit inside for all the
Yeah.
people who back it on Kickstarter.
This might be fun with like origami stuff.
Yeah, honestly, with origami, it
I
would
can
probably
see
be way more fun. But I also suck at paper folding,
Yeah.
so.
Well, we could do like some simple ones, like you could fold a paper train and then draw like angry eyes on it, and it's a dragon. You know?
This is the difference between a dragon and a
My
crane.
paper crane throws fireballs.
My paper crane is a sandwich.
Mine can
Like you
fly.
probably need more room than like what we have here. But you
Yeah.
could like just crumple up paper and be like, bam,
Ah, I've been struck.
right? Like yeah.
Improvements, the camera angles and lighting. Well, it's paper. What angles can you get other than... Look, here's the characters, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, this is the best camera we have right now.
Yeah, are we supposed to get a tripod for a webcam?
I mean, we could try to like do something where we like do a top down
Do
potentially,
you think
but
it'd be easier to set up outside. Like,
Well, the problem
The
is
main
it has to be
difficulty
connected
is
to the
getting
computer.
it. Yeah, if I was able to get a number of USB extension cables
right.
that go all the way into the common room, sure. But that means I have to get a number of USB extension cables. Corey bought Corey planned out the purchases for the new extension cable and stuff that we got.
We already got
earlier in
that.
the year. Yeah, but did Corey plan that out?
Yeah.
Okay,
well,
'cause
he
I was
just
gonna
went
talk
to
with them
Walmart and
for-
bought one.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
I
Like
might
you
just
could get
go
like a
home or
USB
something.
hub, right, and then attach it to an extender,
That's
and then plug everything into there, right?
maybe. My one concern would be to get like a nice dynamic camera, or like to be able to hang the camera. You'd want the camera to be on its own, separate one.
Why? I'm
Just so that like because the mic cable isn't crazy long either, and the camera cord is also not crazy long, so like it would be difficult to like secure it or get good angles while also not moving the microphone around.
Okay. Yeah. No.
But yeah, this is a weird idea for a thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna go do human things and not whatever this was ever again.
Paper things.
So
yeah, paper things.
farewell.
Mm-hmm.
Throw these in the bag. I'm just gonna stop the stream. Goodbye. Goodbye.
This is a train wreck.
What hath Mike wrought?
I think you mean a paper wreck.
Oh,
Ooh.
I'm all the way over here.